Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Whoa, Krisha, we are live.
Yes, sirree. What is up, everyone?
Bitcoin making some moves, Krisha. You predicted this, did you not? In fact, we've been talking about this possibility for a few days now over here at Mango. Couldn't get bearish just yet, not until we lost that 8,600, 8,700 level. But you, Krisha, you had a stinking feeling. You had a gut feeling, right? Could you talk to us about that?
Well, volatility's been low, and I don't know. It's just been coiling towards something. We're reaching the apex of that that ascending triangle / symmetrical triangle, the triangle that just keeps freaking morphing. We've been reaching that apex now for time, and yeah, this was expected.
Expected by Krisha, the pattern queen, while Bitcoin puts in a pattern over the last, it's been, a month now? Almost 2 months?
Yeah,
long consolidation.
It's been excruciating.
Well, it's been fun, to be honest. It's been fun. Only the strong survive in these zones. People get complacent, get wrecked, get complacent, get bored, miss out on opportunities, FOMO in at the top, get dumped on, lose their positions. Bitcoin continues, they FOMO in some more. The cycle repeats. We've been through it all. We've seen it all.
Yeah.
Let's go on over to the comments. Krisha, I do want to have a more casual, relaxed stream today. We covered mostly everything we did need to cover in yesterday's video. By the way, guys, in yesterday's stream, we did go over Bitcoin, Chainlink, I do believe Zilliqa as well, a couple of other altcoins based on the comments we received, or rather the chat section. So go ahead and check out that video. That was more detailed, and there's nothing surprising in today's price action. Not if you watched yesterday's video at the very least.
Yeah.
So yeah, please go ahead and watch yesterday's stream. We did post it up, and I'm not entirely sure if I will post this stream up or not. Depends on how long the stream goes. Zane McMahon's here. Jojo's here. She says, "Roar." Krisha's calling her Jojo the bear in the house. And
That's true.
we have 16 people here and only 3 likes. What's going on? Hit those likes, guys. How else am I going to judge my self-worth? I need those likes. And find me on Facebook too and like every picture I have. For some reason, Krisha, I get like 3 or 4 likes, and you get like 15,000 each picture you post. What's going on there?
Nonsense.
Male lives matter.
Male
lives matter.
Male.
It's like if you are a female, you just instantly get 10x more likes compared to a guy, or maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Maybe.
I barely get any likes. I don't know what you're talking about.
Far more likes than me. So yeah, we have Bitcoin on the 2-day. Let's go ahead and turn on the Mango ribbon. We've been talking about this 2-day 21 EMA for the longest time. We've been looking for it to bounce off the 2-day 21 EMA. That would be the bullish sign for us, and hey, we did just that. It took a few days. 1, 2, 3, 4 2-day candles. That's 8 days, 1 week of pretty much sideways, right? And that's essentially what we talked about as soon as we lost that 10 SMA right over here, 11th June, Krisha. That was the first 2-day candle that we lost, right, on the 2-day 10 SMA, but we never lost the next key level that was meant to be lost. That was the 21 EMA and the Tenkin, looking for an open and a close on underneath both of those. Did not get that, but we had postulated, we had hypothesized Bitcoin just oscillating between the two, the 10 SMA and the 21 EMA, before it makes a direction. And hey, Krisha, would you say that this is the direction Bitcoin has picked upside? Because hey, we've closed over the 2-day 10 SMA and the 2-day Tenkin now, retesting those, holding a support.
It's definitely looking strong right now, because not only so we took back the 10, we took back the Tenkin, and even all the daily levels that we have been living under, we took all of that back. Yep. Right, so and not just that, Sean, what is that level that you have been harping about? It's that 9,600 region.
Yes,
so we took out a major horizontal, the Tenkin and the 10 SMA on the 2-day time frame.
Indeed.
Okay, in addition to the daily levels that we lost, not just lost, we have been living under these levels now for days on end. We took all of that back in one fell swoop.
Well, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves just yet. Remember, we got to be as unbiased as possible. And if we were looking for an open and close underneath the 21 EMA and the 10 kin, we should be looking for pretty much that as the bullish sign above the 10 SMA and the 10 kin. So we do have an open, right? Can we confirm an open and a close above? So we'll be, this is a brand new 2-day candle actually, so we have another day and 15 hours before we can confirm this one. I'll be looking for this to close above 9,600. So hey, 2 more days of patience before we can start turning on the engines with Bitcoin again. For now, my engines on Bitcoin are still temporarily paused. Still holding on to my altcoin positions that have been doing pretty well. This 2-day chart on Bitcoin's beginning to kind of put some pressure on altcoins, but this morning you saw altcoins did take a, I don't say dump, but a dip down. It just proved to be a buy opportunity, and that's what I was doing, right? Because this 2-day candle over here, this up thrust on Bitcoin was not enough to convince me to say, hey, you know what, let's exit altcoin positions. And the reason for that is primarily because we are still smacking against that major weekly resistance at around 9,700, right? Until we okay, now the next time we do come up there, it will be a little bit worrying, and I won't want to be too aggressive with my altcoins. I won't be buying any dips, let's put it that way, okay? Any dips that do come in, like this morning, some really nice dip opportunities, I took advantage of it. Many of those altcoins are already up 10-15%, more like 10-12%, but hey, those were opportunities that I was not gonna let go. Next time, however, if we do get back up to that 9,700 region, I don't think I'll be capitalizing on any of those dips that the altcoins will show us.
Yeah. So why 9,700? So what exactly, are you looking at here in terms of Bitcoin taking out 9,700? And I'm guessing because that's going to be the level at which you exit, not exit. I won't use the word exit, but you won't be looking at alts anymore.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Again, I do want to be a little bit clear on what I mean. It's not that I won't be looking at alts anymore, but I won't be jumping in on the dips that alts are inevitably going to have if Bitcoin makes a nice upthrust towards that 9,700, 9,900 region. I won't be looking to buy it. Like as soon as like certain altcoins I was eyeing, as soon as they dipped this morning because of what Bitcoin did, I was like instantly buying those dips, right? But I won't be doing that next time. I'll be a little bit more cautious. I'll be looking at the overall market and then assessing, right? Now, why 9,700 to answer your question? Krisha, if you switch on over to the weekly, 9,777 was the most recent weekly candle close high that we're looking at. It also lines up historically with those candle closes all the way on leading into 2019 September, which then precipitated the big dip towards the downside to 7,000, right? So that's a major level that we've been holding now on the weekly time frame. This entire consolidation, Krisha, we've not closed a single weekly candle above that. The last time we did was the 2 weeks prior to the Corona dip, right? And that turned out just like we had predicted back then over there, because we had put in daily lower highs and daily lower lows. It turned out to just be a bait into that 10,400 region that we were looking at back then. So this time around, if we can start closing weekly candles above 9,800ish, to be certain, to be a little bit more clear, I do think we're going to have a really strong shot at just zooming past the last weekly high candle close around 10,179. The way I am going to be playing it is that I'm not going to be looking for that weekly close at 10,200, because I think we may end up being a little bit too late if we try to wait for that. This weekly candle close above 9,800 is worth me taking a front run position, is what I'm trying to say, right? So if I am thinking that way, I'm not calling myself a genius. I'm saying that, hey, there are going to be other market participants who will be thinking that way as well, right? By that logic, I think we're going to see a massive flood or runaway from altcoins into Bitcoin, at least the money that's currently in the market. Now, in time, we may see new fiat enter altcoins, by all means, but I'll be waiting for those signs to show before I get too willy-nilly about putting capital into altcoins. But yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I didn't sort of notice that 9,700 on the weekly. I was kind of after the 9,600. The next point of resistance on my chart. Okay, now this is what I have on my chart, is only sitting at around that 10,100. But no, you're right. In that 9,700 is going to be key. I just sort of zoomed out to see how price reacted off of this in the past. And yeah, I think that's going to be a dictating factor here, at least on that next weekly close. If we manage to close over, this could very well have cascading effects.
Indeed. So if you do, if you do plot a horizontal right at that 9,787 mark, so let's say 9,800, you're going to see that that's precisely where Bitcoin came and smacked against and got rejected, and that's what I was counting on. So. Now, I'm not trying to say, oh man, I called it right. What I'm trying to point out over here is that when you have a thesis, right, even in your mind, even if you're not playing it directly, so over here I was playing it indirectly, right? I was buying all coins on the presumption that we actually do see Bitcoin get rejected over there. So what I'm trying to teach rather, or highlight, was that is a thesis on its own. Right? So if I saw Bitcoin not get rejected over there, if Bitcoin just slammed right past that level, then my thesis, my indirect thesis rather, on my altcoins being buy opportunities on those dips would get invalidated, and I'd be looking to get out of almost all of them. So that's how you guys need to kind of look at the big picture while evaluating your good buy-in opportunities on altcoins. If you like to do that way, if you have a clear-cut system, by all means follow that. Again, I'm just sharing my thoughts, my ideas on how I do things. Krisha, of course, is going to have different ways of doing things, as you guys may have already noticed through her videos. What you guys have to do as the audience is find similarities or find things you guys like about our analysis, about my analysis, Krisha's analysis, or future analysis. What's the word? Analysts who may show up on the Mango, guest analysts that we're thinking of having, and just be like, hey, you know what? I really like this guy's style. I like her style, and you guys have to take elements from different people and make sure it matches your personality. Don't just copy someone just because he's making a lot of money, man. I'm going to do the same thing. If it doesn't fit your personality, you aren't going to stick to the system.
It's not trading the Mango way. You need something that kind of fits your personality. Now, I like the more hands-off approach, and that's why I zoom out. I'm always playing those higher time frames because I cannot be bothered, to be looking at a 4-hour chart and just being glued to my computer 24/7 just to manage the trade. So yeah, there's a lot less management if you are someone, if you're like me and who likes playing on those higher time frames, more macro. And what else? So I mean, it's a good picture right now. This is a good picture. I'm just looking at Bitcoin just zoomed out. So we are getting into, I think we should start looking at the monthly time frame, because now we're about a week away.
Indeed, it's time.
Right,
it is
from
time.
the monthly. So let's actually pan on over to the monthly and see what we're doing on that end.
Indeed. I have my Mango ribbon turned on with the Kijun, the 10 estimate, the 10 in the 21 EMA, just to keep you in the loop. And yep, you can go ahead.
It's looking good.
It's looking really good.
It's looking really good. Yeah. Because what is that level that we took out on that last monthly close, right? We took out this region right here,
9,350. That I'm tired of going over it again and again. I almost wish that you didn't mention it, so that when we open the next month and we defended yet again, I could have been like, guys, I went over it at least a freaking zillion times last month, so don't any of you dare freaking tell me that it was unexpected that we defended it yet again. That was resistance turned into support. Very, very simple. And if this again, it all depends on whether we close about this month or not, but if we do, it's going to be a really, really strong sign that Bitcoin is holding that 9,350 level like we've been talking about for 2 months now. This is going to be the second month that every 9,350 level has been a buy opportunity. 9,350 test. Apologies.
This is good, man. 1 week away. Now, of course, this is Bitcoin, guys. Anything can happen in a span of 1 week. But as things stand right now, this monthly picture is actually looking pretty good. I do believe that the zone that Bitcoin is oscillating in on the monthly time frame is between 9,350 going all the way up to that Kijun, which is sitting at around 9.9K.
Indeed. And Krisha, you will notice that I'm going to switch on over to the 2-day real quickly. You're going to see that Kijun has been playing a really, really key role, more so than people think, because you may not be able to see it clearly on the monthly time frame or based on the candle. But if you switch on to the 2-day time frame, you're going to notice that the top of the ascending triangle is pretty much the Kijun on the 2-day time frame, and you know how much importance I've been placing on the 2-day time frame along with the monthly. So to see that confluence now consolidation smacking against that major key June level on the monthly. That's beginning to get really juicy. If you close a 2-day candle above that level, Krisha, I think it's gonna be explosive. I'm thinking. I'm thinking of.
Good fucking catch, and this is an ascending triangle. So on a more technical standpoint, guys, an ascending triangle is a bullish pattern. Although it, be prudent with these kind of things. It's only a bullish pattern after the break, but it's usually your first tip off, like the overall structure of an ascending triangle. But
Indeed.
damn, I did not see this.
Yep.
Good eye on this.
Indeed. So before we go on any further, Kusha, do you want to go through the comments? You want to do the honors?
Okay. Zane McMahon. Am I saying that right?
McMahon. It's like this McMahon.
Okay, cool. The smiley face. Peyton Pumpville. Hey guys, glad to be here, bro. Glad to have you here, Peyton. Zero Cool says morning, mate. Richard Hitchcock says hey. The stream party in full swing, I see. Yes, sirree. Yeah, and guys, let us know if you like these live streams, okay? And you can let us know by just hitting that like button, leaving a comment below. That way we can gauge whether or not, you guys are enjoying this. We'll do it more often.
By the way, Krisha, Richard is Inspector Crypto from Mango Seed, in case. I'm pretty sure. Okay, you didn't know. Yeah, that's our man, Inspector Crypto.
Okay, sweet. Thomas says, I somehow feel BTC momentum has been below average. One more attempt mostly can't reach 10K. When you say, I'm guessing you're talking about the volatility as a whole, right? Bitcoin momentum. But yeah, volatility is sort of, it's at a minimum right now. Whatever move that Bitcoin has, I think it's going to be explosive.
Yep.
Whether it's to the upside or to the downside. Right now, all the indicators are stating that the volatility is not there. We're
Indeed.
pretty much dried out on that zone. And every time this happens, if you kind of just go back to Bitcoin's history, every time this happens, the next crazy move, it's going to be I don't know, I'm losing a word for it. I need a word for it. It's going to be an explosive, absolutely explosive move.
Indeed. And
so,
on that 10K note, by the way, I do want to highlight something I highlighted last month. I won't bring this up too often, but for those of you who are joining the stream, this is going to be important to keep in mind, because I think it's going to have long-term cascading effects, or rather explosive effects. Robert James entered just in time for this. Good to have you here, Robert. Hey, Rev. How's it going, man? Greetings to you too. Good to have you from San Diego. So yeah, I do want to point out, Krisha, something that we touched on. When did I point this out? I'm beginning to forget. Was it last month or this month? Either way, on the monthly time frame. Okay, if you guys discount these two pincer top kind of like candles on the monthly time frame, this explosive, parabolic, exuberant top over here to 20,000, you guys are gonna notice that Bitcoin has never ever close any monthly candle other than this 20,000 candle, right? If you just include as people's emotions, or rather disclude as people's emotions getting out of control, Bitcoin has never closed any other candle above that 10,000 region. What do I mean by 10,000 region? I'm talking about entirely from 10,000 to 11,000, right? So yes, we've gone to 10,900, but we've not managed to close a candle into that 11,000 region. What that means is that the big players, the big market participants are seeing any region in that 10,000, any price area in that 10,000 region as a nice sell opportunity. So it doesn't matter if it's at 10,100 or 10,300 or 10,900, as long as it's around that 10,900, they're like, hey, this is a good price to be selling and getting out of my Bitcoin, and perhaps reaccumulate some more at the bottom, right? Now, of course, this is speculation, this is a thesis, and it'll be good to see, but I am hypothesizing that if we even close a single monthly candle above, okay, let me actually go ahead and show that to you guys before I just keep going on. Let's go ahead and mark this area out over here, okay? And we're going to mark out these two candles right on the top over here as a zone of euphoria, parabolic top that was caused due to people's emotions not being controlled. So we've marked out that area, and you're going to see that the last parabolic run came and smacked right up against that candle close, where we essentially closed this monthly candle over here on December 2017. We closed at what? 13,917. Where do we come up and smack against? 13,917, right? Now, if you disclude this one candle over here, you're going to notice that we've never, ever closed a monthly candle above 11,000, right? So that 10,000 region, anywhere in the 10,000 is looked at as a value sell, okay? If we can manage to close a monthly candle into the 11,000 region, guys, I think that's going to cause explosive moves. I'm talking about way past 20,000, right? I'm talking about way past 20,000, perhaps maybe even 50. I think that would be the next target. Now, we could stop somewhere in the middle because you can never predict these things for sure, but the next target would be just a psychological level. The next psychological level, guys, is 50,000. Unless you guys would have your eye on another number, let me know, because psychological numbers really come from what the crowd thinks the psychological number is. Yes, Thomas says, perfect, that's my point. I think, yeah, I wanted to touch on, because you reminded me of that. So yeah, Krish, I didn't mean to interrupt. You were about to say something?
No, it's good. No, I'm going through the comments section right now. Wouter is here. Hey, folks. What's up, Wouter?
How's it going,
How's
Wouter?
How's it going? Robert James says, great analysis, Sean. I think you are bang on here.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Means a lot coming from you, buddy. Jojo says, hey, Rob. Robert says, hey, Jojo.
Wow, a lot of people. So we got Rev SD, greetings from San Diego. Is it late there?
Yeah, it's nuts that you guys are still awake. I had fully, like Krish and I had both talked about it, and we had fully thought that we'd have like maybe 16 people show up at this time slot, and we were excited about that. Like, hey, we don't want to deal with all that evening crowd. There's too many people and blah blah blah. But hey, good to have you all here. Ajay is here too.
Hey,
it's the good crowd, Krisha. It's a good crowd that comes in at this time.
All the Aussies are in there.
Yeah, all the Aussies this awake.
Yeah. Who else? Second Tim 32 says, liked. Thanks, bud. I'll go ahead, like the video, guys. Those likes pouring in, that way we know that you guys are enjoying this. We'll do it more frequently. Jack Bodie over here says, what's going on with Zill? Still correcting?
Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at Zill.
Let's take a look.
Let's start with the monthly, since we have the monthly time frame opened up right here. Hide all the horizontals. This monthly candle isn't looking. It's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. But we still have 1 week left before the monthly closes, right? It looks like a rejection of front run rejection too. Low or high on the monthly, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and look at the weekly.
Yeah, there's not much, honestly, not much price action. It's too volatile and it keeps me in the zone.
Yeah, so the weekly is definitely looked like a rejection and continuation, right? So as soon as you took out this low over here, okay, so let's go over this. Do I have horizontals here? I'm just going to remove everything, all right, for you, Jack. Jack, right? Yeah, Jack Body. Is that your real name? Jack Body? It's a cool name. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and mark out these kind of closes right over here. And you're going to see that we came, tested it, rejected it, and now the key thing to know that your exit was right over here. When we took out this level at 215, right? You probably had a bounce off that level too, but as soon as we even wicked underneath it, every bounce of that level was an exit. If you managed to get a nice trend trade all the way from the bottom, that was your time to exit. It's completely fine. It's completely fine to ride this all the way to the top over here to 289, okay, and then see that rejection and be like, oh damn, you're not going to ever be able to get the top, guys, okay? It's what we teach in Mango Seed too. Don't try to get the top, but there are clear markers for exiting a trend. And right here, guys, when we even took out this wick over here, any bounce opportunity to around the 233 Satoshi, 250 Satoshi was a sell and an exit, and an opportunity to wait with your capital for repositioning. What do I mean by repositioning? Well, you're looking for a higher low. Now the question is, where's that higher low going to come in at? We don't have any clear signs over here on the weekly time frame, so I'm going to go ahead and switch on over to the 2-day first.
There is one thing on the weekly, Sean.
Okay.
I'm actually looking at one point of support here at around 212 sats. Now, if you just kind of 210 sats. If you just kind of plot a line there, you'll notice that you know, we do have a point of support. And notice that last weekly close, we did not lose it. And if you even switch on your Ichimoku cloud, you'll notice how the Kijun and the Tenkin were right. You know, we have that right underneath us right now.
No, I don't. That's fine. If we do, okay. So this is the way I'm seeing it, Kusha. I agree that is a major level, and you can see that we already come and tested once and bounced off. We broke that level, tested once, and bounced right into that 288 region, right? So that was the obvious region that you'd be looking for a retest if you're looking for continuation. Now, when we came back down there, we not only lost that level, but we took out the wick of the previous week. Okay, so we may defend it this week. Okay, we have 5 more days, 15 hours. We may defend it, but that's not confidence inducing enough for me to want to try and take a position of this, considering we took out the low of the previous week. To me, that signifies continuation and a likelihood that we actually okay, we could bounce over there, but is it confidence inducing for me to take a position? No, anything could happen. So the next level that you could try for a trade is the wick of this what's this week over here, 13th of May 2019. Okay, and actually we're coming in and finding support right over there right now. That's interesting. So over here, right? So that would be the next level you could look for.
What are your thoughts on the cloud? There's the weekly cloud as well.
I haven't looked at it yet. Let's go ahead and look at it. What exchange are you looking at, Kusha? I'm on Binance. I don't have enough.
Binance, the same thing.
Weekly cloud I'm not seeing anything. You mean that you're talking about the Kijun?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Kijun as well as the Tenkin.
I thought you were talking about the actual cloud. That's coming in all the way at the wick. We've retested that already as well, right? So now what we're talking about is trying to fish for a higher low. Yeah. Where do you look for that? The Tenkin, the Kijun, the 21 EMA, right? Where do you look? Right? I don't know. It could bounce here. To me, it's looking like more of a gamble than a sure trade. I'd rather look for a bounce and then look for a trend continuation after a trend gets established on perhaps a 12-hour time frame. So I want to see an uptrend on the 12-hour time frame get initiated, and for that I'm going to be looking for this. Okay, so we've already established that 205 could be a potential area of support, correct? Right, so let's say we go ahead and actually see support over here on the 12-hour time frame, also defend that 12-hour Kijun. Now compared to the previous low that we put in at around 190 Satoshi, I want to see this low over here at around 205, 198 get held, right? We maintain that low and take out this high over here off that test of the 12-hour 21 EMA. If we can establish that, we would have established a 12-hour uptrend at that point, because we would have a higher low and a higher high, also giving us a possible taking of the Tenkin, and that would be a more sure trade. Yes, you would miss a few percent of the bottom, but I don't want to be catching a falling knife on this one, because this one has been selling off aggressively. If you look at the 4-hour, Krisha, these candles have been so aggressive, man. They're just easier trades, Krisha, in this, you know?
No, I think you're right here. You're absolutely right here, because the thing is that right now, just that wick low on the weekly time frame, that is definitely painting a more bearish picture for Zill. But I like the fact that you're sort of looking for that 12-hour uptrend. I wasn't even thinking about that really, for the 12-hour to change.
We are seeing a Kumo twist too onto the 12-hour cloud, so we may actually get sucked into that and then start establishing an uptrend again. It's going to take its time, right? So this is where patience is going to kick in. Yes, we have seen an aggressive sell-off, and you're going to see a lot of people get shook out over here, but there is a possibility of this trend establishing itself again. But at the same time, I don't want to give people false hopium. If you guys are sitting in bad positions, always take your losses very, very quickly, get out, and do not hope. It's easy for people on YouTube to say, hey, we may bounce here, we may bounce there, when we are not in position, right? If you guys are making your decisions on the hope of someone else's analysis, that is dangerous, guys. Do not do that. Okay, do not do that. Your decision should be made fresh.
Well said, Sean. Said. Yeah, guys, that is some good advice. There are a lot of people, a lot of analysis out there that you can find on these coins, and chances are those people are not in these trades. Okay, now I currently am not in a ZIL position, right? That right now I'm looking at the analysis, and I think Sean's advice on this is, is extremely sound. The picture right now is still bearish, right? And what are your thoughts on, Sean? This question's for you. If ZIL loses 180. Okay, I'm looking at 180 as a pivotal level here. I think losing 180, this is going to have some extremely bearish implications.
If ZIL loses 180, I'm not even going to be looking at the chart anymore. I'll just literally take it off my my trading view list, and it's not worth the time, especially if we are all in a bull market. The rest of the market is rather, sorry, I meant to say it. If the rest of the market is in a bull market, there's no point wasting your time hoping for ZIL to have a turnaround. Because if we do lose 180, we'll be losing the 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and that has been essentially the big guide, the macro guide. I know it's only a 4-hour time frame, but this chart has been so aggressive. Losing that is likely going to have some big moves towards the downside, and you could look to reposition much lower. But at that point, with a big retrace like that, you really have to question the strength of the asset, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what I would like to see is something like what we saw with ADA, Cardano, ADA, whatever you guys want to call it, pronounce it. Jesus Christ, please don't get on our throats for the pronunciation. That massive wick that we saw onto Cardano, right? It came and tested that major weekly level when we took our trade. That breakout that we took our trade from, and after that pumped like what, a 75%, 100%. It came and retested that level, right? And usually, if you retest that and you stay there, to me that's okay, cool. People are getting to buy again, but I don't want any part of this. Okay, this is showing weakness. But when you see a buyback, when everyone rushes in to buy the hell out of that, that's strength. Okay, because that gift, quote and unquote, was eaten up. That is showing that there's a lot of eagerness and a lot of buy pressure on the market, and that's strength. And then I'm interested in the asset again. So going back to what I was saying, if we lose that 180 and by that logic loses 200 moving average on the 4-hour and see a massive wick to the upside after, well, rather first a dump to the downside, then a wick to the upside, then I'm actually interested in buying some more, right? Then I'd be like, okay, I want to get back into this asset. But for now, it's waiting time.
Yeah, good stuff on ZIL. Let's take some more questions. Let's see. Serious crypto fans here says Rev SD. No, man. People are going, getting a lot of PMs about to buy or not to buy. And guys, not make calls here. That is one thing to note.
Could you repeat your last sentence, Kusha? I think you cut off. I'm not sure if it was for me or just... Yeah.
I says, Rev SD says, serious crypto fans here. I said, yes, indeed, because I've been getting a lot of PMs on Telegram and other various social networks ask me whether to buy or not to buy.
Oh, I see.
I was just saying that we do not give out calls, right? This is all just TA, all TA, plain, simple, cold TA.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking for more. Okay, so I don't even know how to say yet. Say this. Okay, I'm not even gonna try. Someone asked about ADA USD. Did we cover ADA? Did you pan on over to ADA?
Rubabica. I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Rubabica. It's a kebab. It's like Rob eating kebabs. That's what it is. It's like Rob James eating kebabs.
Oh God.
ADA.
Did you pan on over to the Cardano chart?
No, I did not. We can go ahead and look at it. ADA BTC. It's doing good, man. ADA's doing good. So here are my horizontals. Here's the wick I was talking about, guys. We came wick down to this major horizontal. As you guys can see, I've traded this all the way to the upside. So I think I got into my position somewhere around here, actually. Somewhere around here. And I kept trading it. And this was the retest of this major level that we broke out of at around 696. This was a gift, right? And when you see the gift being bought back, it's no shame to say, hey, you know what? Yes, I missed that, but this is showing strength. This is likely going to keep going after this. And that's exactly what we did, right? 2 4-hour candles later, got picked up again, took out this high over here. Probably have some bullish divergence over here. So for those of you who are on the Mango Seed program, go ahead and look at this as a potential example. If you have watched the seed... Sorry, what's called the seed momentum oscillator modules. Yeah, so just go ahead and use it. watch this area as a homework exercise, right? And let me know. So this does look like it, though. This does look like it. So yeah, push to the upside, and yeah, now consolidating, waiting for the next leg up. Krisha, what are your thoughts? I'm looking at the 4-hour right now.
Yeah, I just sort of pan on over to the 4 hours, looking at the yesterday I pulled up the symmetrical triangle on the daily time frame, so I was looking at how we've been performing on that, and we're still very much in the triangle. We haven't really picked a side yet. But no, it's looking good. I mean, like the 4 hours holding the 21 EMA, the 10 kin. How about the 10? Where's the 10 SMA? Okay, we lost the 10 SMA, but you know, the fact that Cloud is green, holding the 10 kin, holding 21, we can take back the 10 SMA, no problem. But I'm looking for some sort of resolution on this the daily bull flag. I want to see where this breaks. Right now, even on the daily time frame, it's looking good. It's looking strong. We have not lost any of the major levels. Even whatever levels we did lose, we've managed to take it back.
Indeed.
Right. So it's still bullish, guys. Cardano BTC is still bullish, and I believe that Cardano USDT is also still in bullish territory. So this chart is actually looking pretty damn neat so far.
Yeah, this bull flag on ADA BTC is making me think that I think it's time for the higher caps to start moving towards the upside, right? Yeah, this is going to break some major levels if we do have continuation, and this could really go. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this. Really.
John, what are your thoughts on high caps moving with, say Bitcoin rips from here? Okay, that we actually make a solid move to the upside. What are your thoughts on the high MCAP coins also moving with Bitcoin, also ripping up with Bitcoin?
I don't have a very strong opinion on that. I'm going to be playing it cautious and just buying the coins that are showing strength. So let's say Cardano does start out outperforming Bitcoin. I'll just buy into Cardano. Doesn't matter, because I'll be ready for it, but it needs to be outperforming significantly. If Bitcoin, okay, Krisha, Bitcoin's sitting at such a pivotal level. It'll be really interesting for me to see Bitcoin just kind of float through the 10,000 to 14,000 region, right? If it starts like kind of just drifting into those levels, the upper 14,000 levels, that'd be really interesting to see how that actually happens. But in that situation, if you see that slow drift into 14,000, in that situation, I do see all coins outperforming Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. But if we just have a massive volatile move from 10,000 into the 11,900, 13,000 region, like a lot of people think we would, now, again, that should be a red flag, right? Because everybody thinks we're going to have it. Maybe we don't have it at all. Maybe we actually drift, and that's what I'm interested in being prepared for. That Bitcoin doesn't have the big volatile move. It does. It will be explosive, but in a more gradual way until it reaches, again, 14,000. And then we have the explosive move, right? In that period, we'll be in like a mini bull market where people really lose focus of Bitcoin while altcoins are just going nuts. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
So basically much like the 3K region.
Yeah, but the 3K, yes, but the 3K region was Bitcoin drifting under the bear pretense, right? The premise was bearish. Over here, the premise would be bullish because we've just taken out 10K. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be completely different. People are trying to draw parallels, like 1-to-1. In this period we did that, and that period we did this, and we're going to do the same thing. History rhymes, it doesn't repeat itself. So we have to be very careful. Okay, so let's go ahead and address a few more comments, Wisha.
Yeah. So Salil Maras says, hi guys, can you also do a fast run on Kyber? Kyber, we got quite a few, let's see,
Kyber network, KNC, I think requests. I keep forgetting
KNC. There's so many to kind of just keep track of.
So
Kyber is...
it's I have like a trend line. Okay, so I drew this a while ago, and I think I drew this on the 12-hour time frame. This trend line coming in from 13,605 Satoshi, angling down towards 12,336, and we seem to be testing that right now. We had a descending like triangle that could have broken to the downside, saw an up thrust that was really strong, but we've not seen continuation after that, and that is weakness to me. We could put in a higher low over here and then see continuation, which would be a nice healthy trend, and in which case oops, that's not what I wanted to click. might be putting in some sort of bull flag in that case, right? This may turn into a bull flag, but we need to see it get picked up somewhere around here. We don't want to be seeing a candle close underneath 12,200 on the daily time frame. Let me go ahead and adjust that. So any candle close at around 12,227-ish, and I'll be looking for a move back down to test the 2020 EMA, put in a lower high after that at around 12,137 again, retest that. That will be key. If we do get rejected over there, then I'll be looking for a move all the way back down underneath the Kijun. No, I'll be looking for the Kijun test somewhere around 10,000. Okay, so let me go ahead and redraw that for you guys. Okay, I'm going to remove that. We're looking for Kyber to hold this level. Where's my drawing tools, my brush? Okay, we're looking for Kyber to hold this over here. If we do, we may do something like this, and then it depends. Are we into this is the falling wedge or a bull flag? It doesn't matter. The direction it breaks is the direction you play it in. However, if we lose this horizontal over here at 12,168, I'll be looking for a move somewhere to the 21 EMA, and the 10 can bounce and retest this level, right? So we're looking for a move somewhere around here. Now that will be key. If we retake that, then we can look for a trend continuation towards the upside. If we get rejected, that's bearish. Lower high, looking for a retest of this region over here. Over there, bounce and lower high. I'm looking for pretty much all altcoins along with Zill to all start putting in lower highs, high lows and lower highs on the daily time frame. Downtrends across the board. Bitcoin will likely be performing really well in that regard. Now KNC, right? Yeah, Kyber network on the USD pairing may be showing a different story, and I'm going to let Krisha lead on that one because she's been looking at that one. So I'm going to switch.
I need to pull this up. Give me a minute. Maybe not. Okay, KNC USDT on the Binance exchange. There's not much price history here, honestly. There's not much price history at all. Is there any other exchange that you guys know of with, rich price history for KNC USD?
This looks good though.
Coinbase. Okay, Coinbase. Coinbase is good. Coinbase 4 hour. Let's do this. Wow, this looks wow.
Yeah, it looks pretty good actually.
Yeah.
USD chart looks really good.
Oh, damn. And I've been telling Sean that I do believe that the USD pairings are what's dictating the overall sort of, bullishness or bearishness of some of the altcoins.
Yeah, so if you guys
relative to Bitcoin.
If you guys are playing any altcoins against the USD pairing, this one doesn't look too bad at all. Might be bull flagging right over here.
Might be bull flagging, yes.
But
I wonder if we broke this.
If we lose this level over here at around $1.20, I think we come and test $1.07.
Yeah, right now it's looking, if you just draw the bull flag, right, the symmetrical triangle that forms the bull flag, you'll notice that price is looking droopy right now. This looks like it may want to break to the downside, but wait on the confirmation. Don't play this prematurely. Indeed. It does not pay to play the pattern prematurely at all. Use it in conjunction with something else, because if this does break to the upside, fine, you're looking at the measured move, the symmetrical triangle, that is the minimum, right? You're also looking what the maximum of this, not the maximum, but there is a potential of this actually moving up another, wow, 80%, 85% to the upside, if it does break to the upside and actually meets the measured move of the entire bull flag. So wait on the confirmation for this one, but it's not looking too shabby at all.
It's looking really good, yeah. $1.88, eh? Almost $2 after this.
It's looking strong. Holy moly. Holy moly.
Alright, so let's see. I'm going to switch back on over to Bitcoin, Krisha, and I'm going to go ahead and look at the lower time frames quickly, just for my own reasons. And okay, so this is what we were looking at, Krisha, this massive falling channel. It was like so reminiscent to 3K, right? Everybody was bearish, even though we were putting in a structurally bullish formation, put in a lower high right over here at 9,266, and that's the first sign when you start holding these levels and trying for a push down, but not getting as low as you did last time. And as soon as we had this candle here, that was a big tell at 9,400, came and retested the 200 moving average, held it, and just drifted towards the upside, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of shorts were closing positions on Bitcoin's way towards this 9,700 region. So, Krisha, in my opinion, I do think that we're gonna get to the 9,900 level mark. I really think we're going to get there. I think it's the key Kijun on the weekly time frame. It also lines up with the top of the ascending triangle on the 2-day time frame, and I don't think Bitcoin is done. I really don't think Bitcoin is done. It may happen slowly, but I think it's going to happen.
You're looking at 9,900, right?
Yeah, around
Yeah,
9,900
I think
yeah.
so, because the thing is that what's happened here, okay, with this last daily close, Bitcoin has essentially entered a new range.
Yep.
I do believe that Bitcoin has entered the new range being from 9,900 all the way down to, well, the level that we're currently at, which is at around that 9,560, whatever, 9,600. But that is the new range that Bitcoin is oscillating in right now. We've taken it back. We're in there. Okay, now question is, where do we go from here? Do we break up basically 9.9K and over, or 9 point another visit back down to, 9,300? But yeah, I think you're right in that this could very well get back up there.
We also have a structure of sorts that may be a inverted head and shoulders. You'll be able to shed some more light on that. But I did take a conservative measure move of the structure, ignoring the wicks, taking candle closes, and ignoring some volatility, and took the measured move off the 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and it measures almost perfectly with that 9,750 test. So wow, this shots and now we're actually testing that horizontal. This is actually pretty good. Maybe it's time to get back into Bitcoin, because it's looking very interesting to trade.
Yeah,
easy.
this is what I was telling you guys, right? Keep one eye on Bitcoin, because it's going to, okay, fine, we did a what from yesterday's analysis, right? I'm actually going to go on to that 12-hour time frame. I think that'll be a better sort of view on what's happening. So we did a good 4.5% to the upside since yesterday's video, and this is what I mean. Now, this is only a 4.5%. When the volatility does step in, when Bitcoin does hit that gas pedal, okay, it's not going to be only a 4% move. It's going to be more like a 20% move.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you are overexposed to altcoins, let me tell you something, at least with experience, when Bitcoin makes a crazy move, the altcoins take a dump. Sometimes people also get scared, right? Everyone's dumping their altcoin bags. And if you're overexposed to, like, say, several altcoins at a time, imagine all of that just, basically the party just coming to an end. It's going to be an ugly look. You don't want to be caught in that position. That's why I always keep one eye on Bitcoin, especially in zones such as this one.
Indeed. All right, so let's address a few more questions before we wrap this up. Zero Cool is asking for band. Yep, let's go ahead and look at band, man. Why not? Nobody else is looking at it apparently. Band BTC. I'm on the 12-hour time frame. This is in an uptrend. How's the volatility on this one though? These wicks over here. Oh, is this a new coin? It seems like a new coin. There's barely any history on it. Came in only 2019 October. So let's go ahead.
Was this one of Binance's IOs?
Not sure.
I think that was bread. Never mind.
Band.
Bread.
I don't know.
I'm seeing a descending triangle on band. Either a descending or perhaps a symmetrical,
looks
to be
a little bit
more.
Looks. How about this, man? What I can say is there are easier charts for me to play than this, but we do have some sort of trend line going in from somewhere around. No. Nah, it's not for me. Not for me.
We always grunting every time we're like, trying to force something, it's not there.
Yeah, no, this is... So there was a trade somewhere around here, but it's not for me, man. Apologies. There's not much okay, how about this? Let me put it this way. There's probably something here that I'm not seeing. Like on the weekly time frame, we have come and tested the 10 SMA and the 10K. We're holding it, but not seeing the push up towards the upside, right? This does look very toppy on the weekly time frame. Like sell off, tried again, got sold into even harder, and had continuation towards the downside after, and now just looks like distribution, right? So when you see something like this on this time frame over here on the weekly, and you're not seeing a push to the upside, you want to switch on over to a lower time frame and see if you're looking at distribution or accumulation. And that's really hard to say. Like anybody telling you, oh man, this is distribution for sure, this is accumulation for sure, I doubt. I'd begin to doubt everything they say after that. You should never have that kind of confidence when trying to determine accumulation or distribution, because then trading will get real easy once you can figure that shit out. But this could be distribution, right? kind of see the psychology of a head and shoulders, which is typically a distribution formation. But when it's a little bit too obvious, it may be a bait to just basically accumulate, because everybody's seeing distribution, and then just may end up getting accumulated on and then try for another push towards the upside. So what's the psychology that I'm seeing over here? Let me go ahead and clear everything out. Push to the upside, attempt another push towards the upside, put in that higher high, failed, the bears stepped in both times, right? And then the third push was weak, got another mini push, because each time we have like a double left shoulder, double right shoulder, but the double right shoulders are both weaker than each of the double left shoulders, and yeah, may see continuation towards the downside.
Yeah, I think this is looking weak. Even on the 12-hour time frame, Sean, we're being held down like quite aggressively by that 12-hour 21 EMA as well as the Tenkin, and it seems like we have formed some sort of symmetrical triangle on that time frame, and it really depends. If we break to the downside, the measured move for band BTC comes all the way down to, how do I read this? Basically 1,000 sats.
Wow, that's wow.
Right, so it's a pretty perfect triangle. But however, if we manage to take the Tenkin on the 12-hour time frame, if we manage to break to the upside, okay, and we take back that Tenkin, taking back the Tenkin, I'm looking for a candle close over it. We're likely to see a good C-span trade there. At
1,000? Are you sure 1,000 sats? That's like new lows, Krisha. That's like ridiculous. Holy.
Band BDC?
Yeah, that's new lows, right?
Oh no, that's the thing. I think you're looking. What,
I think you mean 10,000 sats, Krisha.
Is it?
Okay, that would make more
sorry,
sense.
mind,
That would be okay. I was like, whoa. Oops.
Apologies
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
I stand corrected. No, 10,000 sats. Apologies. But if we break this to the upside, chances are we're going all the way back to about 14,873.
There are much easier charts to be playing, guys. There's one that I don't know whether, okay, I freaking typed it already, so might as well show it to you guys. So I was talking to Trader Fraser and Jojo about this one, and of course Krisha was the first one to know about this one. Stratus, Krisha. Now these are beautiful, easy charts to be playing, and you want, like, I've been accumulating at the bottom of this ascending triangle right over here. Let's go ahead and look at the 6 hour. Sorry, not ascending, symmetrical triangle. This has been accumulating position, and each time just getting to the top of this line over here. I've not been selling too much, selling a little bit, buying more plus, buying back plus more of this ascending triangle over here. Symmetrical triangle, I keep saying ascending, symmetrical triangle, and it is essentially a pattern within pattern within pattern. Patterns, the kind of thing Kusha loves, and you have this rising channel book to the upside within a massive falling channel, by the way, on the weekly time frame, and right over here I don't have the falling channel drawn on the weekly time frame. I can go ahead and draw it for you guys quickly. Okay, you guys seeing it? And now we have weekly resistance coming in at around 5,859 Satoshi, and over here as well at 5,380, right? So now again, you want to be looking for the same thing. Okay, we're against resistance. Are we putting in accumulation or are we putting in distribution? You go on over to the lower time frame like we just showed, and we're putting in some sort of structure over here, right? Now this could break to either direction, but either way, it's worth a gamble that we break towards the upside. Why? Because we should switch on over to the weekly again. And if we do break and keep going, it's just clear skies after, right? 10,835 Satoshi would be a level of resistance that we're looking at first. After that, somewhere around 17,000 Satoshi.
And this is a beautiful card.
It could go.
Starts moving, it's going to go. Like it's not going to give people a chance to get in.
Yeah, just like the QKC trade that we took, and we told you guys about that like 2 weeks ago, I believe, right? It took some time to play out, but I think we're already up 65% or something since we entered on that trade. I think more, maybe a little less. I'm not sure, but it'll take its time. It consolidates, and QKC was, Kusha, pretty much the same chart if you do remember, right? It was like this W-like, whatever, rounded bottom formation, whatever people want to call it, against weekly resistance, put in a consolidation, a symmetrical triangle, just like this one, against the weekly resistance, pop to the upside, and now continuation. So yep, that's strat. And is there any other requests? No, I think we can end it off right there. Any other requests from any seed members before I wrap this up? Anyone here? If not, I'll be calling quits. Krisha, you wanna talk about anything else?
No, not really. I think we've covered
pretty much everything. All right, cool. So
Poly, someone, Ajesh, mentioned Poly.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm actually been trading Poly. Again, I've been trading it. This one really carefully because I'm afraid of liquidity. So this one's just like uptrending. It's holding the daily 21 EMA as far as I remember. Tenkin as well. Wait for the mango ribbon to load. Yeah, right over there. Daily 21 EMA, daily Tenkin. It's just an aggressive uptrend, and it's going to have volatility because of the way it's moving, right? It's like boom, boom, boom. You want to be taking profits at key levels, and there's a resistance zone right over here, I do believe, which is where I did take some profits. So let's go ahead and mark those levels quickly.
Always a good chart, man.
It is.
Holy.
But you gotta have the stomach to trade it. And there you go.
Yeah.
You're seeing it right over here. Came in, and again, I drew it very crudely, but you can see we came up over there. Got front run a little bit, depending on whether I marked this level correctly or not. No, the level is 655. I do remember getting front run a little bit on this one. I had a yeah, I remember this one right over here. So yeah, just this one again, patience. It's suddenly going to start moving really, really fast, but I honestly don't. I prefer it to stop doing this, right? I don't like it doing this. I like charts that kind of look like what Strat looks like right now, or what QKC looked like, where it does something like this and then breaks, right? Because it allows you to form a nice base that you can, manage your risk upon. We already covered Adana, JV. We already covered Adana. Just Adana. Sorry, Cardano. He says Ada and Cardano, and I'm reading fast. You're like speed reading, where you look at the center of the sentence and you put everything together. Then you say Adana. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Krisha, any final thoughts?
No, that's it. You guys have our thoughts on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the big daddy here. Keep an eye out on this. We close a monthly in about a week. So yeah.
Yeah, remember guys, let's do a quick recap on Bitcoin before we wrap up. 9,350-ish is going to be a key level on the monthly time frame. In fact, I'm just going to switch on over to the monthly.
We will be going over the monthly quite aggressively this entire week.
So 9,350-ish is going to be key that we hold it. Any candle close above 9,536 is going to be bullish for me, right? Because we'll be taking out last month's open as well. But losing 9,350 is going to be bearish for me. Losing 8,500 zone over here is going to be very bearish. But the key win is going to be closing the month. If you guys do remember, I think it was around 15 days ago, in the middle of the month, I talked about 9,450-ish, and I said, hey, closing about 9,350 will be good enough. But if we get a nice candle close about 9,450, right? So 9,500 and above, that would be really nice. And we may be doing that, right? It seems like we're doing that right now, but we have 7 days. A lot can happen in 7 days. However, taking out the key June on the monthly time frame would be absolutely fantastic. The best close we could hope for is a monthly candle close above 10,999-ish, right? Yes. So into the 11,000 region, yeah, because you can hear the excitement
already.
You can hear the excitement.
Yes, I want to go run.
So Doctrine of Demon says you're rude to people, bro. I don't know, man. I try not to be. I apologize if I do come off as rude. Usually when I'm rude, it's just me being I'm trying to be funny, but clearly I'm not good at it. So I don't mean to be rude. Apologies to anybody who thinks I'm rude. In fact, my mentor tells me I'm not rude enough and I need to he says I'm too nice. So I'm getting mixed signals, man. What do I do? Krisha was lecturing me just literally a day and a half ago about me being too nice. So what do I do? I try to satisfy everybody, but can't make everyone happy, man. Can't make everyone happy. So yeah, Krisha, is that good enough? Can we wrap up over here, or you have any final thoughts?
And that's all we have for you for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know if you like these streams. Okay, hit that like button. That's how we gauge whether or not you guys enjoy this. And if you do, if we find that the analytics show for it, then we will start doing these streams even more. Okay, so yeah, with this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, guys.
So Robert says, Sean, you're not rude, man. Hey, that counts for something. If Robert thinks I'm not rude, it means more than what the rest of you guys think. So with that, thank you, Robert. Thank you, Explore Me. Thank you, JV. Thank you, everybody else, just Zero Cool. And yeah, like Krisha said, do the mango way, do the stress-free way.